Taurus, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for January 21st through the 31st. The final 10 days of January. We've just now moved into Aquarius season. You should feel the energy shifting, especially now that we're a week out from that Cancer full moon. Whatever you've been shedding and releasing, hopefully you're feeling just a little bit lighter. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this time with me. We're going to go straight into some oracle messages. And then we're going to be covering, I'm going to look at what you don't see coming. And we're also going to get some important advice from Spirit. I'm also doing something new for my weeklies where I find the major arcana, your card, which we'll see if it comes out, but which means you're going to be more in your element during this time period. But even if it doesn't, we're going to find it in a different deck that I won't pull yet. And we are going to find the energy surrounding you. All right, let's get started. And hopefully there won't be any more noise left. Everyone's been doing their snow plowing and all those machineries that you need to remove snow. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Taurus today. Let's see. Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Let's see what frequencies you will be experiencing during this time period. One next step. Okay. One next step. Let me look at these images. I'm just going to intuit. Whew. I'm getting, a lighthouse on the edge of the sea. And there's these steps that you're going on. You could be coming out of, and I've been getting this for you for a while. Interesting. The collective got this for the week as well. You're more powerful than you know, but you're taking your time stepping out of your cave, stepping out of isolation, stepping out of any kind of hermit mode you may have been in around some aspect of your life. You're being called out, summoning, right? Summoning towards the light here. What was that of Monsters and Men song? The yellow light. I'm hearing that in my head, where you just follow the light, right? You could be led and guided by someone else's light shining bright. Whatever's pulling you out of isolation, it's allowing you and guiding you to step into your power. Okay? I'm going to get one more. We have a lot of magenta third eye activation, especially even with the light over here. High above could be a cosmic consciousness activation. And then we have the yellow plexus, the solar plexus with the yellow. That's why I'm saying it's about your third eye and being led and guided and your empowerment lighting up here. They're also pointing out the lotus flower, the flower petal blooming. I remember when I used to do a lot of Bikram. And it's just a blossoming. You could be even opening up your body in new ways, healing ways, right? Wringing out the old energetic debris, really the movement. I'm seeing a lot of you just flowing and moving your bodies. Ooh, a lot wanted to fall out. Fill up your cup. This is Ace of Cups energy. So I could see why you're being led and guided out. There's something that is lighting up your heart space. Follow it. Follow it. What is this? Oh, your soul knows and let go of control. Look at the angelic kingdom chiming in here. You've got a lot of divine guidance telling you to let go of control. Let your heart out of its cage, Taurus. There's something summoning you. And look at that. We have the hummingbird. A lot of transformation, magic. This is, in indigenous cultures, we have the 4 directions, and each stage of development follows a certain direction. And I'm getting you're going from this third eye activation and the solar plexus empowerment to the expression of self, right? Look at all these blue and green hues. This is truly expression of self through the heart. Look at that. You're moving up the chakras, right? Up, and it's this beautiful alignment. Wow. You could feel a lot of swirling energy in your upper chakras as the Aquarian energy takes hold over the next couple of weeks. Aquarius season is going to call on you to express your truth, to drop control, to allow your soul to lead you with your heart completely open. I was actually encouraging the collective to do just that this morning in the weekly reading around this is the cosmic call for all of us to revolutionize our lives. And that means being more fearless, taking risks, being led and guided intuitively, but always through the expression of, I'm getting like a genuine generosity of the heart. When you lead with that and you're really authentic and you're real and vulnerable, it changes the vibration of every room you walk into. All right, now let's go into, I love that energy. It's like you got this something summoning you out of your cave, and it's heart opening, and your soul knows it. It's like your higher self is telling you, just drop control. Whatever egoic patterning you've had to overcome in your karmic evolutionary soul journey, you can do this. You can do this. Okay, Taurus? All right, now let's look at what you don't see coming. What am I telling you guys? Oh, you guys have been plugged in lately to some beautiful beautifulness. Beautiful beautifulness. Look at that. Empress energy with the High Priestess. Divine feminine, hello. Oh my gosh. Talk about mastering changes. The High Priestess, she is a master of the subconscious. You've been looking at, how can I nurture myself and really master my subconscious, and all the things that were frequencies of me being in denial or under any sort of illusion. Self-understanding. You're coming out of this period of isolation after deep contemplation and reflection, and you know more about who you are, and you know what you want to nurture. You know what you want to grow. I think you've been figuring that out. Ooh, 9 of Cups. Y'all, take the leap into emotional fulfillment. This is harmonious balance in your heart space. Your cups are full. Look at all of them. She's leaping off. And you know, it's a treasure trove when you feel the richness of life. That's life's greatest treasures. The feelings, right? The feelings, my friends. So there's a treasure when you open up. Wow. Okay. I see you being very happy. 9 of Cups is really a lot of personal fulfillment on your path for the growth that you've gone through. I feel like this certain level, you're beaming. Solar plexus. Beaming in the solar plexus. Oh my. Okay. Wow. I see. You feel like there's been some blocks to you being happy about reaching for the star. I'm not surprised to see this. We are literally at the start of a new chapter here during Aquarius season. It's a new month. It's a new you. It's time to level up, Taurus. Level up. What does that mean? It means I'm going to remove any limiting beliefs I have about my path based on my past experiences. You know how hard that is? It can be. Only as hard as you want it to be. You're coming out of some restrictions, some things that you felt held back within. Who knows what it could have been? It could have been heartbreak, loss of status, setbacks, right? Delays. 8 of Swords is also this. Are the crows tying her up, or are they untying her? It makes you wonder, right? Are our limited beliefs, are we restrained, constrained by them? Or is this something that we can break free of at any time? A lot of the other decks, Rider-Waite specifically, you see a figure blindfolded, right? And she's, some readers call it toilet paper torture. It's just like the self-imposed blocks we put on ourselves to think we can't get out of a situation or move on from something. And I will say it's a process. Any type of letting go and releasing, shifting of beliefs and patterning, it is a process. And I think what you've done is you're like, you know what? I surrender. I'm on my knees, right? I'm on my knees and I'm working on my healing and I'm restoring my hope and faith because I believe in myself. I believe in the power of me to be free of anything that holds me back in life. I want to clarify the star. Really, this is about remembering your power. Yeah. You're coming away from a tower of grief, a tower of loss, a tower of struggle with the 5 of Cups, emotional turmoil. Because the tower with the 5 of Cups, it feels like something that is never ending. Like a pain, right? A pain of suffering that if you let it take you under, it will. But it's a great teacher, pain. We all know this. Actually, I want to get one card on this Eight of Swords. Two of Pentacles. So your issue, I'm getting very itchy around my throat. So you may feel there's a lot that was unexpressed or unsaid. And that kind of is what's hard when we have a hard time letting go, is because, you know, you didn't get the closure you wanted, or, you know, you didn't get what you wanted out of a situation. But this is the deliberating mind, the pros and cons, the back and forth, the ups and downs, right? The upheaval. And I think you may have ridden a timeline where it was really rocky ground you're on, where nothing felt quite stable in it. And now you understand what it's like to go through that. I think what you've been doing in your cave is stabilizing your energy, so you get so solid and secure in you that no matter what comes toward you, it won't tip you over to the same degree that it may have in the past. Basically fortifying your boundaries and understanding the roles that you played in the perpetuation of a thought pattern that maybe was subconscious. Let's keep going. I want to now clarify the star. Double star? Hello. Okay. This is beautiful. Let me get more. Because when I first see double, it's you and the other. So you are trying to attract, like attracts like. You're trying to restore your hope and faith, and so is whatever you're pulling to you. It could be another person, whatever is the other thing you desire in your wish fulfillment. You're attracting it. You're a perfect match. When I see double energy. Oh, how about, and you know what? You're calling in emotional maturity. I think that's what you didn't have in the past. You're dealing with people who weren't showing you emotional understanding, emotional intelligence, relational intelligence, and it was frustrating as hell. Bottom of the deck, they said justice. Some sort of karmic truth that you realized here. Ooh, feels big. Feels like you conquered a mountain. You climbed that mountain. You still have some stuff to clear up. There's something around, you could have dealt with a water sign, someone heavy in the, or you had so many emotions with this person, you were confused. This could be someone you're still dealing with, that you're back and forth about, should I invest in this? This is my wish fulfillment. Is this going to be it's almost like when you get burned by something in the past, you're afraid to open up again. You're like, well, I'll open, but not ever like I did before, because look what that got me. Listen, we all have this protective defensiveness around not getting hurt. But if you lead with that, you will recreate that again. To truly let love in, you have to let love inside of you. And you have to trust and have faith that that energy that you're meeting on the outside, both of you have this fear. That's why I'm like, it's not just on you, Taurus. So if you're summoning a new beginning in love here, and your soul knows that it's something that could be great, or it's the beginning of it, or you're knee deep in it, and it's just, but there's fears coming up around it, whether it's new or existing. Seven of Cups over the King of Cups. It's like, I could think so many different ways about this. It's like when you start thinking over your heart space, are you feeling anything? No, I'm thinking about feeling, because I don't want to get hurt. And I get it. We're having a talk here. You and someone else are hesitant to really open to each other. And the more you hold back, the more it creates waves. You know, we do this every time. Why do we do this when it comes to opening our hearts? Now, this doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It could be anything that is pushing you to open up. And you're like, I'm not sure if I should invest, when I should invest, how I should invest, how much I should invest. You know how exhausting that is? To put the mind over the heart. It makes the energy wonky. It makes the energy untrustworthy. It makes it unreliable. I'm not saying you're the only one, okay? This is a dance. This is a dance of healing this. This could be someone you've been dealing with that you're trying to heal things with. But it seems like whenever you come in with a good intention, they're not coming in with the good intentions. Like, who's going to, you're tap dancing around each other. So I see that there's this frequency of illusion of confusion. and this back and forth. Some of you are back and forth here, and it's creating the other or they're back and forth. Now you're back and forth. So it's like you're juggling two different perspectives here. The perspective of all of the evidence to prove that you can't open your heart based on past experience or the current experience with the same person, and the openness that you wish you could have. What does this all mean? More healing. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. If you go into a situation with an open heart and there's a 7 of Cups attached to it, why is that so? And the 2 of Pentacles, why is that so? See, this is the thing. The universe will always reflect back to you where you are. It is information. Look at your experiences in life as information. What is this? What are my thoughts about this? What are my beliefs about this? Am I really allowing myself to open up to this? In other words, you could be overthinking a new beginning in love, and someone else could as well. Whether this is someone you've been dealing with or somebody brand new. When you start overthinking it, what do? You're not, does this look like somebody who's overthinking? 9 of Cups? No. They're like, bring it, universe. I am so ready, right? I can do this. Let me at it, right? Come on, And this is, no, I'm going to get stuck, man. I'm going to get trapped. I'm going to get betrayed and hurt. I'm afraid. How can I trust this person? The last person did me wrong. Okay, so healing. Before you can really fully operate from unconditional love and express it. Queen of Cups is the receptive energy of unconditional love. King of Cups is the active. This is like allowing yourself to fall in love with whatever it is you desire without the hesitation, the withdrawal, the retreat. I want to get some advice from Spirit here, but it looks like you're contending with fear and what could potentially be a new beginning for you. Oh my gosh. There's definitely energy coming toward you, Taurus. Knight of Cups. You leveled up. 9 of Pentacles. You know your value and your worth. So can you trust your own discernment now? Doesn't mean you shut down. You just say, my intuition is telling me. And now, be careful with this intuition. Because you might think it's your intuition. It's about feeling into it. And chances are when you really feel into something without expectation or attachment, it's so different than if you had expectation and attachment. So drop your expectations, drop your attachment, drop the beliefs from the past, and then talk to your intuition. It's like your intuition, your high priestess is saying, you need to get naked before you come through the door and we have a conversation, because all the shit you're carrying, it's not going to allow you to hear me. Your high priestess energy is talking to you loudly during the end of January. And it's allowing you to go to that next level of healing. We're talking deep, like deep inner healing, deep work. This is all heart. I mean, we've got healing, Aquarian energy over the heart space, over your emotions. Let's get some advice. 8 of Pentacles. They want you to really focus on your craft, your talents, your abilities, do the work. You've got a new desire here. It may not even have to do with a love situation. It could do with your career and removing any limiting beliefs around stepping it up. Another ace. You got new beginnings in every sector here. They want you to do the work to open and get excited. I mean, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups is get ready for the flow of emotion and a new desire. It could come from work. It could come from a new project. But the advice is to do the work to open and try to be a little bit more innocent about it. If you've been jaded, feeling energies that, make you invulnerable, afraid to be vulnerable, I understand. There's a time and a place for us to retreat from the world, and there's a time and a place for us to come out. And you're being guided and pushed out of your comfort zone. It's going to require a little bit of efforting here. You're wrapping up a cycle. Beautiful work. Beautiful work, Taurus. You're right on point. Right on point. I want to get one more, and then we're going to get the energy surrounding you. Yeah. This is about your personal empowerment over your wounding and over your programming and beliefs that you've already dealt with. You're gaining back your power. And I think that it wore you out a bit. Sometimes we have to wrestle with our life circumstances so much so that we are exhausted by them before we say, you know what, I got to let this go, man. It's not healthy for me. It's not good for me. Is it serving me? I want to let go. It's so freeing. It's like you just drop heavy weight off you. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You've been working hard to drop the heavy weight off of you and sitting in your throne of empowerment, wisdom on your path. You've done the work. This is too about a lot of you stepping it up at work, being the leader. Maybe taking hits that, you didn't think you deserved, but you're learning from each one. And that's what I love seeing. This is reward and recognition time, babies. Wrap up this cycle. Good work. I'm giving you a thumbs up. Let's see what's surrounding you, Taurus. End of month. This is beautiful. I know it's been hard. So you got to crash through some sort of illusion. And I think that if you're not careful, you're going to distort a new beginning for you. And I think that's why you've been hesitant to even do anything about a new beginning. Let's see. I get it. Until you're healed and whole, we're not ever whole and complete in our ego selves. That's the work, right? But we're always whole and complete in our soul selves. And so I think there's this integration happening for you after doing this work, kind of making peace with both sides, light and shadow. It's like your light is like, F you, shadow. And your shadow's like, F you, light. It's like, let's just come together. Let's just be at peace, okay, inside. Sorry, I don't know. I just got the two aspects of you having a little bit of a battle. I've never actually seen that before. Thank you for that, Spirit. It made me chuckle. All right, now let's go into the Hierophant. Let's find you. No, I was like, oh man, if I cut the deck right to it, that'd be pretty cool. Where is the Hierophant, Taurus? Actually, you know what? We had the Empress come out. What am I talking about when I did the pre-shuffle? It's all Empress, baby. Right? There she is, and she's right at the top. You're ready. You're in this energy. Okay. So the masculine energy is the top three over the Empress, and the feminine energy is the bottom three underneath the Empress. And I only do this is because left is masculine of the brain, right is feminine of the brain. All right, so and we're going to talk about both your work and what you're dealing with in the other, okay, if you're dealing with something or someone, because it does look like there's an energy around you. You could have a, like I said, there's heavy water. We got the King of Cups. Again, there's some sort of person of interest here. They could have heavy water placements in the way they show up in the world. I think you admire their intelligence, their emotional intelligence. There's something you're looking at in it, in the masculine. Like, ooh, I like how they operate. And we have the Fool here, and we have the Page of Cups. So it's almost like what may start out innocently could really snowball into something really beautiful. And look at, she's looking. I spy. I spy this heart. I feel it. Interesting. Now, don't get lost in genders, okay? This is just the feminine. Your Taurian energy is being drawn to someone with high emotional intelligence and the start of something where it is about keeping your heart open and just, hey, let's go out for some coffee. Let's, meet up. It doesn't need to be romantic. It could be somebody who you are going to learn from in this new journey of yours after wrapping up a cycle. Maybe they have some things to teach you. Maybe you have some things to teach them about heart-centeredness. So that's the masculine. I love it. This is also you giving yourself a break, loving yourself, self-caring it, right? Self-worthing it. And knowing that, I was reading this morning, what was it? You are bloody brilliant. Say that to yourself 5 times today. You are bloody brilliant. I love it. I'm going to use that like all day. I am bloody brilliant. I am bloody brilliant. And it just makes you smile. Empress. Now let's look at the feminine energy. Oh my goodness. I see your problem here. Goodness me, your feminine is all twisted up inside with the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. It's almost like your divine feminine energy is having a struggle here. And it's about being open and receptive, y'all. It's the balance. And that's why the 2 of Pentacles, you could be having this battle between your divine feminine and divine masculine. Like the masculine, sometimes we get so deep and entrenched in armoring, right? Protecting. That our feminine is being like, stifled. because that's what I'm getting here. The stifling of the divine feminine. 10 of Pentacles is the richness of life in our connections, our long-term, our families. You could have been experiencing strife, obstacles, power struggles in some bonds of yours that mean a hell of a lot to you. They're part of your 3D reality long-term. 10 of Pentacles is 10 years, right? And so it's like, make love, not war here, okay, Taurus? But because we have all of this new energy, you could be learning from another person who you were wondering, you're kind of looking at something right now and you're like, is this going to be a repeat of the power struggles and the conflicts that I have already dealt with in others? And I mean, look at her. It's interesting because this Empress is kind of like eyeing it. Like she's side-eyeing the King of Cups. But you have the Fool and the Page of Cups over the King of Cups here, okay? And then you have the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands and 5 of Swords. So you've either been fighting with this person and there's been a lot of power struggles and it's time to drop the fight and move on and open your heart and just let go of control here in a situation, or you've been healing from a situation and now you're worried that you're going to be calling in a similar situation before it even starts. So be careful. You have double star energy here. So it's almost like the two of you could be mirroring each other, whether you've been contending with someone for a while or if this is a new person. It's like be careful with expectation, because you could be like, if it doesn't have a long-term stamp on it, then I'm going to be at odds with myself. And I just think when it comes to our long-term connections, just let it play out. We don't know the future. I mean, I can give you energy reads here and tell you what I think could happen. I'm trying to help you cope and navigate, right? So you don't repeat patterns. If you go at your 10 of Pentacles energy with divisiveness or strife, I don't know if this is literally happening or you're worried it's going to happen. But either way, it's being perpetuated. So what can you do? You let go. What did this say in the beginning? Let go of control. Your soul knows. Fill up your cup. Pop. Now, that's a pop. I think that's what you learn the whole time. If I don't fill up my own cup, I'm going to create resistance within me. And there's going to be more resistance outside of me. And you're getting it, Taurus. All right? One next step. You just take the next step in front of you and you do your very best, all right, to stay in a high vibration and open your heart with love. All right? I think that you've got a lot you're contending with, wrapping up this cycle and taking those lessons with you and applying them into what's coming towards you that's new. Let's get a final Mystic Forest Oracle. We're going to go deeper into this for the February read next. This is the end of month. You're dealing with a big wrap up here around your healing and what you want and how you want your next chapter to be, feel, and look like. You get to choose. That's the thing Spirit's saying, you get to choose. Ain't nobody got power over you unless you give it to them. Okay, Taurus? Spirit of life. Yeah, I'm telling you, being called out of your cave. Soul awakening. And let go. That's what you've been doing. We had these other two. You got the key now. You're going into a deeper world of operating. You're going deep. You're going deep. I think for you, it's like, I want deeper. I want someone truer. You're just counting something that's very valuable to you. Just be careful the energies of thought you put around it based on past. You're letting it go. Telling you, you're doing deep, deep healing work. You're shifting your very vibration around your past history. A lot of you, this is your romantic history. You're wrapping up big, big, big lessons. Okay. Remember, you are never alone. The spirit of life is with you. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in this realization and feel the lightness in you. That's what I said, letting go of that old emotional baggage. Soul awakening. You're quite irresistible when your mind and heart pulse in the same rhythm. Why spend your days fighting yourself? You have better things to do. That FU between the light and shadow. Yeah, you've been in it. Let go. Let go of negative people and toxic beliefs. Your time on earth is precious. Invest it wisely and be mindful of who you spend your time with. That's the thing. If you're looking at any investment and you're like, ooh, this is 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. It's like, ooh, or no, 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. That's like, no, opposition, power struggle, right? Me versus you. No unity here. So drop it, okay? Don't perpetuate any more toxic cycles, toxic people. This is not the era for that, okay? This is a new era, right? The era of you being true to yourself and what's going to help you expand, right? Not retreat and hide and feel like you're going up against opposition that is just makes you feel powerless at the end of the day. So, sending love and light. Take care. Namaste, Taurus.